praise for victims of Sydney attack, enough with anti-Semitic violence. Speaking with the groups that donated this year's Vatican Christmas tree and nativity scene, Pope Leo XIV highlights God's closeness to humanity and calls for prayers for those who suffer on account of war and violence, especially the victims of Sunday's terror attack on the Jewish community in Sydney, Australia. Nativity scenes and Christmas trees are signs of faith and hope, Pope Leo said on Monday, inviting the faithful as they contemplate them to ask the Lord to renew within us the gift of peace and fraternity. The Holy Father went on to ask for prayers for all those suffering due to war and violence, especially victims of the terrorist attack against the Jewish community in Sydney on Sunday, whom he entrusted to the Lord. Enough with these forms of anti-Semitic violence, Pope Leo said. We must eliminate hatred from our hearts. A mystery of humility and love. Pope Leo's remarks came during an encounter with representatives of the communities that donated the Christmas tree and nativity scene for St. Peter's Square, and the nativity scene set up in the Paul VI Hall, where Monday's audience took place. The nativity scene in St. Peter's Square, from the Diocese of Nocera Inferiore Sarno outside of Naples, will remind pilgrims from around the world that God draws near to humanity, becomes one of us, enters into our history with the smallness of a child, the Pope said. He recalled that in the poverty of the stable in Bethlehem, we contemplate a mystery of humility and love that invites us to rediscover ourselves and enter into communion with God. A sign of life and hope, greeting representatives of the beautiful land of Bolzano in northern Italy, who donated the 25-meter Norway spruce that stands next to the crèche in St. Peter's Square. Pope Leo recalled that the Christmas tree is a sign of life and evokes a hope that never fails, even in the cold of winter. At the same time, the lights on the tree symbolize Jesus Christ, the light of the world, who came to dispel the darkness of sin and illuminate our path. The Pope noted that other trees destined for use throughout the Vatican have come from the same region of South Tyrol. An appeal to protect life from conception. Pope Leo went on to thank representatives of Costa Rica for the donation of the nativity scene for the Paul VI Hall, the creation of a Costa Rican artist entitled Nacimiento Gaudium, the birth of joy. The scene is adorned with 28,000 ribbons, each representing a life saved from abortion thanks to the prayers and support of Catholic organizations offered to mothers in need. The Pope thanked the artist for adding to the Christmas message of peace and appeal for the protection of life from the moment of conception.